Getting the right bolts for your Superdream engine guard is going to be a bit of an issue. So this is the extra bar on the bottom along the front to stop your engine hitting the floor if you drop. So you'll see I bought a number of different bolts. Here you'll see one is too short. That was one of the blackened ones. Then I had to get a different size, so they are difficult to find. But once you get them, you know. We've got M10 and we've got M8. My caliper battery was dead, so I had to go in and change the battery. But here you can see that's 9 point something, closest to 10. So M10, that bolt is, and the one next to it is a M8 bolt. So I noticed that the holes were two different sizes. The M10 would not fit in the upper two holes, and the M8 was too loose in the bottom holes. So I ended up getting two M10s for the lower, bigger holes, and two M8s for the upper holes. To elaborate on that, the guard itself here, this metal bit, the holes are the same. It's actually the engine mounting point where you put them through that is the slight difference in sizing. So you can see here we've got just about enough there to stick on a washer and a nut. So maybe even a little bit longer would be okay, because you want a bit more grip or hold on there. But realistically that should be okay. These are hardened steel bolts, so we should be fine. Now remember, M10 and M8 is the size, and the length would be 90, so that's 90 millimeters, so that's under 10 centimeters, 9 centimeters roughly. That goes through nicely and it fits through. So what I will be doing is ordering some more of these, because two of these are 80 centimeters, the shorter ones, and the longer ones are 90 centimeters. So this is the third time I'm going to order these to get the right size. So I've got a few of these lying around. Luckily it's okay for me because I took the guard off and I wanted shorter bolts so they don't stick out as far. However, if you're putting the guard back on, you would want the longer ones. So I would say, fitting wise for my bike anyway, I was able to fit two M10 90 millimeter bolts on the bottom and two M8 90 millimeter, and you'll see there without the guard on, that's like a good amount there. When I put the washer nut on, that'll be perfect. And I used a bit of Loctite. You can get the nylon washers which have that special protector so they don't drop off, but I've got these, and I've got four of these smaller ones here which are a bit useless now because they don't go through all the way. And even with that, the engine mount disc guard on, they didn't fit through on my existing one anyway, so that is something to keep an eye on. Hopefully this helps you if you're on this journey, but definitely have a look at the sizes. You'll see the difference there, M10 and M8. So that's basically the size diameter wise around the bolt itself, and these are the hardened steel bolts, so they're not threaded all the way through. And this is, I have to take my exhaust off to put it back on, so that's why I didn't do this. You have to take exhaust off, put this over, and then you put the bolts back in. Really you need just two long bolts really, because that's all the holes are in place. So one at the bottom, one at the top. So if you have one 10 millimeter, well, one M10 90 millimeter and one M8 90 millimeter, that's all you need to hold this on. The other two can still be small because those will go to the engine, not through here, because no, it's not 4 points of holding, it's only 2 points, which you can see here. So overall the bike's coming on nicely. There's a few bits and bobs I need to do, but as it was summer I was riding out my other bike, and this will be probably back on a restoration game project in winter. So I'll see you on the next update.